Welcome back to the LooneyBin Productions podcast. This is part 2 of today. We were experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties, but hey, it's all a learning curve, and damn, are we really hitting that curve?
And boy, is it all fresh.
Yeah, is it all fresh?
Boy, I wish it didn't curve it.
Wow.
Yeah, wish it didn't roll. But the best part is we're getting to the word of the day. But first, we're going to do introductions again, as usual. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
I'm Teddy.
I'm Preston.
And I'm Nate.
And so we usually begin every time the podcast. We do a little word of the day by Merriam-Webster. So right
God.
now, Nick is currently in the lead
Miriam does us so good every single day.
with 2.
Yep.
So I am kind of the judge and the jury here. I'll say the word, and I decide who gets it. Whoever comes the closest to it. And if we actually know the word, then what's like the opposite, the most craziest idea we got.
Okay.
So the word of the day.
Word of the day.
I'm ready to play.
Fulvous.
Fulvous?
Yes, fulvous. Fulvous.
Fulvous.
You guys can determine if it's yeah, I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
And
That's
you guys get to determine if it's a noun, adjective, pronoun.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more freedom here to get it wrong.
Amen. Never said it was going to be easy. Not like it's
All right,
easy.
Nate, start us off, buddy.
Nate, if you don't got something, I'll go first.
All right.
All right, you go first.
All right, guys. The fulvous. Once again, it is a
fulvous.
thing. It's a real thing.
I hope it's real.
I'm going to catch you off guard here. So women have vulvas, right?
All right.
Because I don't know, I was
Talk
homeschooled.
for yourself last time. You go on and do
Alright.
this.
Yeah. But men have the fulvous. It's you know that little stitch that's right on the gooch?
No,
That's what it is.
no,
No, that's it.
please show us.
literally just that's what it is.
Preston, no, I don't know it. Can you go into more
Show us at
details
least,
real quick?
please.
I remember as a kid just being like, "What the fuck is that?" All right, next person.
There it is.
All right, I got one. So I believe fulvous is an adjective. It is helping to describe something that is like it's fruitful, or just
Fulfilling,
well in-
something like that.
well in season, just that sort of stuff.
Nice.
It's really just paying its dividends off.
Okay. I like it.
Heartfelt.
Partner.
Heartful.
Partner. Nate.
Oh, I thought you were going to go.
There's that sigh. It's been a long day.
It really has.
He's a worker. A manual labor.
The CPU's at 75%.
Keep that Obama impression coming.
Michelle.
All right, so... all right, so the fulvous...
God.
Guys, why is it so high?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, so the fulvous is a position,
Kama Sutra.
not that kind of position. Like a position in a company
Okay.
Oh.
that deals with
Yeah.
the dealings of
Can I get 3 Lionians up on stage,
Yes.
please?
You're almost there. Nate. And Nate gets a point for this week.
All right.
All right, Nick.
So it's a
what?
position
Yes.
at a company
Yeah.
Position in the company.
that involves doing
That
what?
what?
the word was fulvous.
Fulvous. Fulvous.
Yeah, we might have to shut down this segment 3 weeks in. Fulvous. Position at a company
Yep.
that does what?
That deals with the filling of
Cavities.
Toilet dispensers, toilet paper dispensers,
Yep.
toothpaste.
Toilet paper dispensers. You got it. You nailed it.
There it is. There it is.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right, spell it for me one more time. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Nate's, but
Where are we?
just spell it one more time.
I don't know.
On the top.
I'm lost.
That's okay, Nate.
Just give me a
Fulvous.
Oh, the O is in there. I didn't think the O was in there.
Oh, so this has to
That changes
do
everything.
with plants or plant life.
Okay.
It has to do with blooming or budding.
Budding. Okay.
I'll just leave it to nature and the greens.
Nature
so-
and the greens.
It is an adjective. And it's actually describing kind of a color or like a shade of color. A dull brownish yellow. A tawny, they say.
A dull brownish
Who
yellow.
came up with that?
Yeah.
That's the stupidest. No.
And so, I mean, I guess the really only one who said an adjective was Teddy. And so, I mean, I guess I got to give it to Teddy for that one.
Oh my god! I want to recount.
You want to recount? I don't know.
I'm suing Michigan.
I mean,
As you should.
fruitful, dull yellow, that could be, you know.
Well,
Somewhere there.
fruitful. Dull, yeah.
Fruitful, okay, you got that nice
He
dull.
did have adjective, though. I'll
Right,
give him
right.
that. I'll give him that.
And
Maybe
it's
we're
like the
all
color
just
of his
out here
face.
Guys, think about the stitch though.
Just kidding. That was
Yep.
Yeah, let's really think about the stitch.
Just take a moment.
Wow.
And with that,
Teddy's got
Teddy
one.
is up on the is on the board with 1 point. Guys,
There it is.
there it was.
There
There it is.
There it is.
And Nick with 2 points. So
we still got two.
Nick and Teddy, only ones on the board so far
Yeah.
with week 3.
Sadly, we won't be here next week just because of
No.
Thanksgiving recess, some would say. We're all going home safely to our families.
Safely.
That's the plan, so we'll be gone next week.
Yep.
But we'll resume the week after, God willing. And we'll
God
see
willing.
if Teddy is here or not, but if not, we always got
We bring in the
Henny?
reserves.
Henny, another employee
Our
of
live
LooneyBin
audience?
Productions.
If I'm not here, I'll be in the chat. If I'm not here, I'll be in the chat, just interacting with everyone else, all
Yeah.
of our loyal viewers.
Right.
Thank you
Right.
so much.
Anna and
That's
Henry. And Jonas.
and Jonas.
That's
and sometimes
so...
J-Man says, nah, it's definitely the taint stitch.
Yep, there it is.
There it is.
There
Glad we
it
got
is.
that out
Hey,
of the way.
I got the audience vote. That's okay.
Right. Popular.
Hey, J-Man, just let us know if our audio starts skipping.
It would never do it, but
Yeah.
No,
just
but
in case.
Yeah, that would never happen.
Right. Definitely professional.
before we failed our first attempt, we were basically talking about Thanksgiving food and how
Yeah.
You hate it.
I don't tend to enjoy, like, I don't really look
Really?
forward to Thanksgiving because of the food.
Question.
Yes.
So, in your eyes, what is the difference between your Christmas meal and your Thanksgiving meal?
We have crab for Christmas.
Oh, that sounds
Oh.
so
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Interesting. I know I've seen a lot of families like in Christmas they do a different type of meat. You know,
Right.
turkey's always Thanksgiving. You know,
Yeah.
seem
We used to do enchiladas too.
Oh my
that's kind of
gosh.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, our family kind of mixes it up for Christmas too. Like, it's more of a like, what kind of meal do we want? Whereas Thanksgiving is like cut and dry, always.
Yeah,
the
dry.
same.
It's just dry. It's just like same food.
No,
It-
it's
no,
not.
no
No, it's
way.
delicious.
See, you
No,
got
it's
a lot of
so
lineups.
bad.
Just think of the team lineup there. You got the corn. Sometimes it's cream corn. Sometimes it's like corn
John
hash.
loves corn.
I love corn. Yes, I definitely do.
Then you got your potatoes.
You got your potatoes. You got your stuffing. You got your green bean casserole. You got absolutely just cranberry sauce. You
I
got
love
the
cranberry sauce.
pumpkin pie. You got different types of pies.
Yes,
You got those
Grandma makes
pickles
so
out
many
there.
pies.
Those olives.
I don't think you've named something I like yet.
Stuffing?
Like, it's fine.
Oh my god, kid.
I don't know.
Is there just not
Ooh-wee.
enough sugar in it or what?
Yeah, I guess so, honestly.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hopefully they serve Nutella packets at.
But guess what?
Thanksgiving.
It's all free. Think we got a
It
great
is home
family.
cooking. That'll be
Right.
our first meal at home in a long time.
Yeah,
Especially for Johnny and Nate.
yeah. We have not been home for going on 4 months or going on 3.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
He came here in August.
Jesus.
It's been a while.
But
But,
no,
yeah.
I just, I don't know. It's just like, it's the white man's food. Thanksgiving.
All right. It
You wanna-
had to
you wanna
be-
elaborate
had to be
on that?
racial.
You want to elaborate that a little
Yeah.
bit?
Do you have experience with
Ye-
the other side?
Yeah.
It was a hot take, so.
All right.
Nice.
Let's just skip that. Actually.
Oh my God.
Guys, you want to do an impromptu Thanksgiving food tier list?
Oh, easily. I love tier lists.
John
Do we
loves
do
tier
like
lists.
tier F, lowest tier?
Yeah.
Okay, he can't give any points.
You know he can't.
I can be
No,
in. I
no,
can
no,
be in
he
the
can-
thing.
yeah,
I
he
can
can-
rate it.
Yeah.
Of the Thanksgiving
Right.
foods,
Okay, all right.
I'll rate
Well,
it.
because Preston is just going to be more critical of all these foods.
All right, yeah, I know, but
That
if
is
it's all
true.
No, no, no,
if
I-
he holds it back, though, we're in trouble. If he holds it back, we're in trouble.
But I'm just gonna strictly rate it on, like, not in comparison to all foods, but in comparison to the Thanksgiving foods, right? That's what we're doing. Yeah.
No, I think that's how we should do it.
Yeah.
It's within the ecosystem.
Then I will.
Of
My vote will be fair.
Thanksgiving meal.
All right. So let's start off with a side dish.
So do we break it up into?
Different.
Do we
Side
also break
dishes
it up?
and main dishes.
Not even necessarily side dishes and main dishes, but during Thanksgiving dinner and then leftovers.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that is so
'Cause
true.
I know-
leftovers is a
I know
game
the
changer.
turkey leftovers are always so much better
The
than
sandwiches.
they are during.
Oh, the sandwiches
That
are
is-
good. I
that
can
is
attest
so
to
true.
that.
That is very
All right,
true.
so yeah, let's just do the meal first. Let's start there.
Okay.
All right. I don't say we
So-
start with turkey. I say we start off with a
Mhm.
nice side dish. Let's start off with
you can do your cooked carrots. There's like those
cooked
cinnamon-
carrots. Cooked carrots.
There's sometimes you got the cooked carrots with different sugars in them. Or
Yeah, we usually do the marshmallow. Oh wait, that's
it's squat.
that's-
Same
that's,
color, same
sweet
color though.
potatoes.
But
Hey,
you're close.
you're getting there, buddy.
There's also
Thanks.
we also have squash a lot too. So I always start with cranberry sauce. That's the one everyone has.
Okay. Cranberry sauce. I give it a solid. I mean, I don't know why I'm starting, but I give it a solid B.
cranberry sauce.
B. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
I'd
it's,
say-
it's a solid staple. It's just a refresher
Yeah.
from the other food. You can mix it with a lot of the other foods. And
Oh, that's what
Tastes great on turkey. It just
for sure.
absolutely all of it.
my point where I was kind of deducting it from a A on the from the A spot
Yeah.
is because it's not as cooperative as the other foods. Where a lot of the Thanksgiving foods you can put them all together and it just all tastes good. Whereas it's kind of
Very
stands
selective with
alone
its
and
partners.
It has its
ba-
niche.
It's a,
It
it's
has
a-
its niche.
Yeah, it's like a palate cleanser
Right.
sort of.
You can find it in
reset.
Christmas meals.
Wait.
You can find it in
Palate
really any meal.
cleanser. I don't know that I
Okay,
call it
a palate reset.
cleanser.
It brings in
I'm with you.
the other
Yeah,
flavors.
I'm with you.
There's a little tartness to it.
And what,
Oh,
what do you guys rate it?
Yeah. B. That's what we got.
I'll give it a B.
You got a B.
I agree. B.
Consensus on the B, John? Your thoughts?
I'd probably give it a C.
Really?
For my
Ooh, okay.
reasons here. Before I never really liked it because I just wasn't.
You weren't a cranberry guy?
No, I like cranberries, but just the flavor, like I just didn't want that. Like I feel like I like to put a lot of foods in my mouth, like a little bite of everything, mix it up,
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
and that would overtake a lot of it.
It is a
And
yes.
so it's definitely nice on the side. Like again, like you're saying, kind of like if you have leftover turkey, you have to finish all the other sides and slap that on there. Then yeah, it's killer. But I don't know. Yeah, I just say it's C because there's sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really
John,
not.
you want to toss me that notebook over there? And a pen? I'm
Teddy's-
just gonna write it down.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Teddy's
good.
okay.
I thought he was gonna give us
Maybe
a
we'll make it
speech
graphic,
from
who
today.
knows?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see.
But
we'll see how the
so
editor.
John, I'm sorry to
how the
tell you this,
editor
but our
feels.
B does trump your C. 4
Yeah.
B's
Right.
to 1 C. So I'd
No,
say
yeah,
that
yeah.
Breaking it up,
cranberry
you
is
say,
B.
Like A minus, B
No,
plus.
no.
no.
S A B C D F.
Yep.
We're just following what Ethan has showed us in his
That
podcast.
is so true.
Ethan does it best.
Next.
So should we are we going through it or should we have a set like here are our 7 that we think are like
Yeah, let's
the
just use them.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to keep running on
Right.
like carrots.
Right,
We're like,
right.
ah,
No,
Jesus
no.
again, you know.
No, yeah, we can do like the seven
the
main ones. So like,
staples.
So
like you got
cranberry,
Stuffing.
turkey,
turkey, stuffing,
corn,
Gravy.
corn mash,
corn, gravy.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah.
So mashed
Sweet
potatoes and gravy are
potatoes.
2 separate entities.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Okay,
a gravy
okay.
guy. I will get
We'll
into
do gravy
that.
next.
What about sweet potatoes with marshmallows?
Or just sweet potatoes in general.
Sweet
Yeah,
potatoes.
we'll just max it out. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll just
yeah.
do a
Okay.
certain amount.
Okay.
If someone brings up a weird ass food like
We'll say-
I radishes or
Yeah.
something, we're like, all right, fuck you,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
Thanksgiving radishes.
A bait, bro.
Okay, but yeah, you brought up gravy.
Gravy, yeah. It's so because my family we have church, so then my parents usually they make dinner like kind of the day before
Yep.
or kind of like in the morning of, so that it keeps so when we come home then it's ready to eat or whatever. So the mashed potatoes sometimes my mom makes has like cream cheese in it to keep it still consistent and fluffy. They're God sent mashed potatoes. Like you don't taste the cream cheese a lot, but it just has like a
It's
consistency.
just a creamier.
Right. But from that, like I just enjoyed that so much on its own, and I've translated that to all other mashed potatoes. That it's like the gravy's good on the meat sometimes for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes gravy can be too salty. Sometimes it can be just like I don't know, too dark. A dark gravy's good once in a while, but I like the consistency as the way it is, not like super soupy or whatnot.
Yeah, from early on, I was never a big gravy guy. You know, with mashed potatoes, it was like, no, that's
Right.
something. Put butter on it,
I'll take my
salt,
butter, salt. Yep.
and pepper, and you're like, that's good. That's good. That's good enough for
Literally,
me. But then, you know, you'd always see somebody else come around, dump their whole
From the
plate,
boat.
you know?
Literally.
like the
Yeah.
whole
The
thing. and
gravy
you're like,
boat.
No. I want to enjoy the potatoes. I want to taste that, not just the gravy.
Right.
You know? You're like,
Amen.
what's going on? And why is that the main focus? Like, it shouldn't be. And the same thing with turkey too, where like you mix the meats, you add the gravy and all that. I'm like, I think it's a great flavor to have, but I don't think it should cover it. I don't think it should be a blanket. And a
Yeah.
lot of people do that blanket, and that's why I think I always stayed
It's a
away from
crutch.
it. Right.
You're not a Thanksgiving
Exactly.
connoisseur if you just gravy that bitch.
Yes, and that's what happens. You make the full
So-
plate,
right.
and then it's the drowned everything, and
So-
you're like, what
so
happened to
much
the
goes in.
flavor? You lost everything, but gravy.
flavor?
You're so right, because so much work goes into spicing that turkey, you know, doing a lot of
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff.
And the vegetables,
Yeah, and everything, and then you sit there.
potatoes,
Oh, I'm tasting this gravy. Great, it goes down easier. No, that's not what you want.
right, exactly.
He's
to go down
thankful for
hard.
what
Yeah.
you got.
It's supposed to be
Jeez.
dry.
It's supposed to be terrible.
These
No.
imbeciles.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think gravy can cover it pretty fast. So I'm gonna say C. I think.
Okay, see,
I was
I
reaching
think-
down for D.
I was
Really?
going to C.
I was too.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, Teddy, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, we just don't ever have a bunch of gravy there, and I mean, yeah, like you guys already kind of mentioned, it just kind of masks other flavors, and like I want to taste the rest of the food.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm tossing it at D.
I'm tossing it at D because I was never a gravy guy, as you could probably tell, and that's just the way it is. Just get fucked, gravy.
Yep.
Yeah. There's no other
Young
explanation.
gravy though, young gravy,
uh,
great artist.
I think
That's one for you, Jane.
my grandma definitely puts a lot of work into her gravy. It's more of a light gravy. I think it's from scratch.
What a weird word.
J-Man,
Oh, yeah, a little
J-Man,
starch.
you can correct me in the comments, but yeah, it's more of a light gravy, so it's more tasteful. It's not as overpowering. So I think that's why I kind of do use it, just because I'm more of a
So you are
I'm
saying
a clumper.
you're a gravy
I would say-
crutcher,
I'm definitely a gravy
gravy advocate.
advocate.
Weird.
Yep.
So we're
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
that.
where
I'd
you-
say-
are you ranking it?
2C, 2D.
2D.
Where do you put it?
You can be an outlier here, and
Because
it
if
probably
it's
get to
up-
it.
If it's
Yeah.
B, it might be a C tier. You know, it might boost
lean
it up.
depending on how high.
But maybe the same level as cranberry.
I really like gravy with my mashed potatoes. I would notice if the meal was served and there wasn't gravy, I would be kind of sad. I would be kind of disappointed that I didn't have the gravy for my mashed potatoes, and like to put it onto my stuffing and get it all together, kind of give it that just the add to the texture or the
Experience?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think B is where I'm gonna put the gravy.
Huh? Well, that bumps it up to C tier.
Yeah.
That's
So-
a C.
Gravy is at C.
All right.
Interesting. What?
Okay, so now what's up next? Potatoes? Mashed potatoes, because we're kind of on the
Yeah,
gravy.
we might as well hit it.
So, but sweet potatoes and potatoes.
Different thing.
They are different.
Oh,
I-
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So
for
we'll
sure.
have those separate.
Yes.
We'll just knock one after the other then. So
Yep.
potatoes. Mashed potatoes. I mean, some people do scallop potatoes.
Yeah.
Some people prepare a more hash brown kind of meal.
Right,
You know,
cheesy.
We have always been mashed potatoes.
Yep.
I mean, that is
Same.
our potato.
Yep.
Mhm.
Kind of similar to the point. I mean, I think this will be an easy one to get through. I mean, I really enjoy it, so I'm going to do B because that butter, salt, that's a great staple for me.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's a quick B for me as well, just because it's you can take a lot of it, it'll fill you up. The leftover mashed potatoes that you grab out of the fridge, always good. Instant, once you have home cook, then if you go to instant, it's just never the same.
Never the same.
It's never the same. So it's kind of hard for that matter, but no, mashed potatoes, yeah, definitely a B. Leaning on A.
I am going to give it the A.
Oh,
It's always consistent. It never fails. When you have obviously I'm eating the same for my mom, the same mashed potatoes every year, but they just always hit. They never fail to just amaze me, and I'm never disappointed.
Yeah, you can always look forward to it. It's kind of just like,
Yep,
well, at least it's going to be good.
Because coming from me, the person who doesn't like Thanksgiving food a lot, it's like mashed potatoes.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I know that those will be the ones that I can
It's your
enjoy.
rock.
my rock,
Your
my stone,
cornerstone.
my potato. Yep.
Amen.
I'm even thinking about going to S tier.
Whoa,
Damn.
cow!
I'm really thinking about it.
I thought B was too generous. That's why I just was like, B, I'll just hold there. But
I was leaning towards
really?
A a little bit, but S,
Yeah,
that's good.
I am officially changing my vote. 2020, going to an A.
Oh my god!
Wow.
A controversial act.
Alright.
Actually, not controversial. He's kind of
Because I
going
mean,
with
like,
it.
I don't know, like the way we just have the mashed potatoes. It's like with the potato skins, everything is still in there.
Oh yeah.
And then add the butter, the salt and pepper onto it. It's just, I don't know. It's the best part of the meal.
Yeah, you do got a point.
Amazing. Nader.
Yeah. A tier. Not a shadow of doubt in my mind.
Easy.
That's an easy A.
A tier. It's always like, yeah. It's just always.
It's
good.
always consistent.
I agree with Preston. I think mashed potatoes is kind of like my base layer for my meal. It's not the turkey. A lot of people are like, oh, Thanksgiving turkey, like that's the main thing. I'm looking for the mashed potatoes. Yep. So that's kind of my base as far as the meal goes. So
Interesting.
yeah, mashed potatoes is definitely
Yeah,
A
I'm
tier.
glad we're all fans of it. We got to
Yep.
start making
Yeah,
some.
sure.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Instant. Okay.
Well, we use up all our potatoes.
Before we move on, Jonas had a question for Teddy. He says, "Is Thanksgiving back home for you just a table full of assorted cheeses, a charcuterie table, if you will?"
I mean,
Thank
there's
you.
definitely the cheese platter alongside everything. The cheese platter is definitely the main course. We got
While
the
wearing the
nice
cheese heads.
bries and all that kind of stuff, like stuffed into the turkey
Brie,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
Actually, though?
In the
Some,
turkey.
some Parmesan alongside the potatoes.
That'd be so good.
No?
Some. Do we have mozzarella? I think we have mozzarella somewhere.
Guys, culture is amazing. That's all I know. And I love that we get to share it here on this campus.
We also have the Burnett Dairy Co-op right in town.
Really?
So we got great cheeses. Win state awards, maybe even national awards. I don't entirely remember.
I wouldn't put
Slow
it
your
past
roll,
them.
buddy. Slow your roll.
National
Yeah.
cheese
But hey,
awards.
she always rolls.
We've got some
Hey, she
good
always rolls.
cheese in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. I believe it.
Yes.
Amen.
Next one,
Moving on.
I'd say stuffing for sure. So you got to be
Oh,
Stuffing.
I thought we were moving on to sweet potatoes.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Oh, with
Oh, right, the
potatoes.
potatoes.
Potato,
Yep.
Finish off the potatoes.
Potato.
We'll be back. Oh, yeah. Sweet potatoes. Guys. S for me. I know that's a controversial. They're sweet. They're creamy. They can be made in so many different ways. Just the potato in general is so versatile as
That
a
is
food
so
item. They never go wrong. My grandma makes the best sweet potatoes, and for that reason, I'm out.
All right.
S tier.
I honestly like the
It's
sweet
simple.
potato, like the baked potato, sweet potato, and just
I
put
enjoy
butter.
that too.
Just put butter on it. Like sometimes I don't need sugar on it. But when you get it, I almost treat it as like a dessert. So I would not. I don't know. It's like a little bit bite with something else. You know what I mean? But I like saving it towards the end, a little bit in the diving in because it's I mean it's pretty sweet. It's you can't eat a lot of it. I can't. I'll get a stomach ache. But yeah, I definitely rank it an A.
A for John.
I'm glad.
Nate?
I am not a huge fan of the sweet potato dish.
Respectable.
I would say, man, it's really, like if the meal, if the sweet potatoes were not presented with the meal, I honestly would not miss it. That's how I feel about them. I do enjoy it.
For sure.
When it's there, it's a little sweet for my liking. I understand the combo. You got all the savory and then
You're
you
right.
got the sweet with the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
But I think I need to put it at a C tier.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I have to agree with Nate here. Sometimes at ye old Vitali Thanksgivings, sometimes the sweet potatoes are replacing the normal mashed potatoes. And I just can't get behind it. We only have one kind of potato, and they're not like... We don't serve
That's
it as a
unfortunate.
dessert even. That's just
Yeah.
just the kind of potato we have. And I don't entirely vibe with it.
You're putting it aware.
I'm putting it also at C tier.
So I'm glad I let everybody else speak here because I thought that it was going to be across the board of S and A's. I really did. I thought that was going to be the vibe,
Right.
so I wasn't going to speak out. But now that we have real advocates here of a dish that
Can be overrated.
I don't know, guys. I think it is. I think it is.
Really?
I think it touches a little too close on dessert in a time of, hey, we're bringing out grandma's cookies. We're bringing out the pumpkin pie. We're bringing out pies in general. It's pie season, really.
Oh, 100%.
And to try to step on that where it's like, we're not going to fully commit to a dessert,
Right.
but like it's a dessert,
Right.
you know? You're like, I can never vibe with that. I was like, get me to the cookies, get me to the pie. I will pass on the sweet potatoes because this feels like a half-assed dessert.
But it's never half-assed. I was just gonna say the presentation is
Right,
always
and
great.
it
though.
isn't. And
It's
it
a
isn't.
wonderful
And it-
looking
and it-
dish.
Right, and it works, and you get it, and you're like, yeah, I get it. But again, it's one of those things where like just commit to a nice flaky crust, make it something magical, you know. And that's
Sweet potato pie. Come
That's
come
really
to a store near you.
That's really my. Yeah, dessert's important for big meals. Dessert's important.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very similar where it was not presented as a dessert. It was part of the main meal. And you grabbed it along the way. And I was like, nah, I'll stick with my regular potatoes.
Right.
Too close,
Yep,
too
yep.
close. So I will also do a C and give it benefit of the
All
doubt.
right. So I think with 3 C's, John, I think you gave it an A.
Yeah.
Have you yet to give your reason?
Uh,
Oh no, I think you talked right.
Yeah, you
About
did.
yeah. And I give it. I think we give it a B towards C.
yeah, I'd say
Trending down.
B. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
we have 3 C's,
An S and
S
an
and
A.
an A.
S and an A. Yeah.
So it's like a B minus.
Yeah,
but
it's
we-
definitely a B.
It's in a B.
Or a B.
Nice
Yep.
little outlier for that S.
Yeah, that helps.
I fought for that B.
helps,
Yeah,
If I were to give it an A, it would have been down to a C.
yeah.
Stuffing though. Stuffing.
yeah, stuffing's a good one. I say next we do like whatever corn generally, but stuffing.
John is gonna give corn an S.
Yeah.
I know John's gonna
Oh,
give
yeah.
corn a
Double
fucking
S.
S.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
corn is that.
All right, I will give
rubbish.
corn.
No, we're doing stuffing. Sorry.
Oh, we're doing stuffing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Stuffing.
I'll wait for my corn.
No, stuffing is that's gosh darn S tier too. Just because it's so a dry stuffing goes. So the calf here, it's a little too salty, and it's kind of dry. So I do get gravy on that because to get it a little bit better. But at home, oh, the stuffing, yeah, it goes up every time we have family gathering. It goes up fast. Like it's just something good about it.
It's the first thing to run
Homemade
out.
stuffing is amazing as well. Like the stovetop is pretty good too, but it adds so much to it. At like after the leftovers, you add the turkey, you add everything else on top of it. Like the stuffing goes in the sandwich. It's just a great thing. It's even good cold. Yeah.
Put anything extra in your stuffing? I know that we put like sausage in our stuff.
Sausage
We
in
put
the so
celery in
Henry said
Celery. I think celery is a normal thing. Though.
Okay.
Henry asked if I put anything extra in the stuffing because Henry's family puts sausage in it, and I guess we usually we usually make it out of like chicken broth, and I guess no, I wouldn't say so,
I think that just
but in itself that would be amazing.
that just contributes to how good the food is. You don't need anything else besides the stuff.
You could add anything into it, honestly.
Yeah, it's versatile food for sure.
So S tier for me.
Okay, respectable.
I'm thinking B tier right now.
That makes sense.
I used to absolutely love stuffing, but over the years I've just lost my taste for it. I
Interesting.
don't entirely I don't know why.
Mhm.
It just doesn't vibe with me as much anymore. And I don't know if we started getting a different kind or whatnot. but
Right.
Who knows? Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, Teddy,
Just a little bland for me.
I am with you there, buddy. I also, as a kid, the stuffing was just the go-to. But as I've grown older, it's just, I don't know. I've lost the taste for it. I don't know. And but I'm still gonna pay my dues and tip of the hat, and I will give it an A because I understand how versatile it is, and I do enjoy it. And for that reason, I give it an A.
It is critical for the Thanksgiving meal for me.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
It
Yeah,
is a staple
for sure. Yeah, I feel like with Teddy's statement, it makes it sound like B is bad, but B is still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You
He
know,
is
it's still up
That's
there.
a solid
Yeah,
staple
that's
in the
a-
meal.
Right, and so that's what I'm going to give it to. It's not crazy. It's not, not terrible. I mean, it's just it's a staple. It's a
Mhm.
staple.
I'm gonna have to bring it back up with an S tier pick.
Thank you.
Definitely. I think where you guys, were definitely early on the
stuffing train.
on the stuffing train.
Yep.
I was kind of a late bloomer when it came to the stuffing train, and
A lot of
so it
people
was
are.
kind of like it's more of a new discovery for me, kind of just how special stuffing really is. So I think, I don't know. It's definitely like one of the main. So like it's mashed potatoes is my core, and then it's definitely stuffing is like
A nice framework.
Yep.
For the foundation is the mashed potatoes,
Right.
and then you got the framework with the stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
It's kind of like
We're building a house here.
it's more of like the texture, bringing it in. That's like the first layer of the texture.
Okay.
So stuffing definitely S tier.
Well, then I think it's
It's a solid A.
hey, solid A. 2
Nice.
B's, 1 A, 2 S's.
All day. Now we transition to corn.
And then
So-
turkey to finish.
Yeah. I think turkey to finish. So corn.
Fair.
Well, I want to do pumpkin pie to finish.
Okay.
Oh,
That is true.
Yep. 'Cause
Okay.
dessert comes last.
So corn. There's a lot of different ways you can eat corn. Sometimes you just get you get the sweet corn, whatever, or you get it a nice hot is cooking in the crock pot type of salt and pepper.
Yep.
But then you get cream corn. So my family makes cream corn nuts. Like we make tons of
nuts?
packet. No, we go nuts with it. We take like
Damn.
tons of it, and then we freeze it in packages. And so my aunt, that's her thing. So we like leverage are just like, oh yeah, you can come over, Michelle, if you bring some cream corn. So like that's the way we usually leverage that over there and slap that boy in the pan. But there's this hash. There's a corn hash that is like really good. It's kind of like it goes into like a 9x13 pan, a glass pan, and it's kind of like there's cornbread in there a little bit. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's tasty.
Yeah. So it's super good. Definitely S. I'd go even higher than S, but that's our rank for that. Is it a vegetable? Yes, but is it more foliage? Or is it called
We're eating grass.
not foliage. What's the word I was thinking?
Grain?
Yeah, there's another word to describe
Starch.
Yeah, starch and stuff like that. But
foliage.
it's so
Foliage.
good.
It's definitely a foliage.
It would make sense if it was foliage. Damn, I wish it was, but S tier for me.
Sorry, John. I'm gonna have to yuck on the S tier there. We'll have to bring it down a few pegs and keep your ego in check. I'm gonna have to give it.
Is your name Emily? Because that's what Emily does.
I might have to give it. Guys, I don't want to freaking say it, but I might have to give it a D tier.
Holy!
Oh, is that the first?
You just
D
broke
of the
John's
day?
heart.
Okay, so
That is the first
before
D of the
he
day.
even gets into this, I'm just gonna put my S tier out there so you boys know there's hope.
Thank you.
That's all I'm gonna say. So he can do whatever he wants.
Let's
I'll
I
put an
might
S
be
tier.
convinced to
Love
bring it up
corn.
to C.
Love-
I might be convinced to bring it
Say
up.
C,
okay.
because here's the thing: it's going to whatever we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
leverage it out at this point.
Literally.
But
All right, you're right. I think I was being a little too hasty. Now that I hear the boys and I kind of level my mind
Peer
here,
pressure.
I do think it's a C. It is a staple, but not for me. I can see how other people enjoy it, and for that reason, I'll give it the C. But if this was my personal own tier list, it's just down. It's just there's just nothing there for me.
You just don't like it?
No.
Interesting.
All right. Well, for me at least, our family we kind of alternate between just having, just like, it's not creamed corn, but it's just like it's just corn. And other years we'll have corn on the cob. The corn on the cob years, they are great Thanksgiving years.
Amen.
They are great Thanksgiving years. We're going nuts. You have the salt pepper shakers going nuts with some butter spread across it. And it's just great. And then all the other flavors are just leaking down onto the plate afterwards.
Thank
into
you.
the potatoes or the other mixed veggies or whatnot. It's great.
You sold that
How's that?
really well, Teddy.
yeah.
Hey,
Teddy, that did make me want to eat some corn, and I gave it a C tier.
You definitely nailed it around the point. The best part is okay, I'll go just a tiny little tangent.
Oh, by the way,
But you're talking about
S tier.
Thank
S
you,
tier.
thank you. Let's go. The corn on the cob, so freaking good. But have you ever had sweet corn? So you go over to the stock right there, and you can eat that raw, baby. You don't even have to cook it, and you just grab it off the stock, peel off the shucks of it.
Hey, he's set. Don't,
Oh my
we
gosh.
got
I
this.
think
It's
you
sweet
guys
to
might
see.
trump the C. I think
it's
it
a-
might go to
No,
S.
it might actually go up there, depending on what
It is a
Nate says.
candy.
Depending on what Nate does.
All right. So My experience with corn. You
It's
know,
like we're on an AA
Is
meeting.
it-
Talking about our
Hey.
abusers.
Is this like during homeschool or is this post homeschool? Just one.
you
I don't
know,
think it matters.
my journey with corn started when I was being homeschooled, actually.
Right.
Children of the corn.
Journey with the corn.
Journey with corns. Yeah. So my opinion with corn, it's definitely part of my structure of my meal.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely necessary. I will notice if it's not there.
Yep.
I really like it with my texture. You know, my meal becomes kind of like a single entity. You can no longer distinguish between the multiple pieces. It all becomes one little, like one mash.
Right.
And so the corn is definitely a key texture and part of that mash. Does have good flavor.
Yep.
Good flavor. However, without the other parts, I don't think it could stand alone. Where I think a lot of the other things could stand alone, corn, in my opinion, cannot stand alone. And so, therefore, I'm going to give it C tier.
Jesus, what a build up just to shit on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I will agree on the. I'm very a compartmental like eater, and when the corn's just there, it's just there.
Because I might crack a can of corn right now and eat it.
I
Yeah,
think
just down it.
I think one
Me and Henry
thing,
will eat that son of a gun.
I think one thing that kind of contributes to it is how frustrated I get when I try and eat corn by itself. It's so difficult because they're so tiny. Like the pieces, like the corn.
So now it's a
Kernels.
frustration of eating it thing.
Yes,
Not even the
which
taste.
which factors into my enjoyment of the
Wow.
food.
I mean, I guess the experience is part of it.
Yeah.
but-
What do you mean how you're eating it though?
I mean, when I'm trying to get it into my mouth, it's more
Yeah,
difficult.
what'd you want, Eddie?
Well, like push it into the potatoes. Have some potatoes.
Thank
But
you.
already
then
said that.
you need the
Thank
potatoes.
you.
He said it
He
can't,
said that. He said
it
that.
can't
He
stand
said it
alone.
can't stand alone.
It can't
But, like,
stand alone.
Oh.
If you're having problems getting it onto your spoon, that's just your
Hey,
own
I don't know
problem.
what they do in
Exactly, and that's my
homeschool.
That's
opinion.
your
It's
own
my opinion.
problem.
No, no,
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure they
I have
use
a
their
hard
hands.
time
I
getting-
think they use their hands in homeschool. I'm not sure though, but that might have been my first
okay.
bet.
I
But
will say
That's true. That's true.
I don't think our vote matters. I think the three S's are so powerful they trump us.
Yeah, where would it put it? An A?
I think I might give it an S.
Thank you.
Just because the S is
I don't know.
trump.
I don't know. What do we have
we
at A
can't
right
break
now?
off the-
Mashed potatoes and stuff.
I just think we're not going to get an S. We're not going to get an S in this tier list because we have
But
so
I
many
don't think
different
corn should be
opinions.
the S.
Okay, well then it's an A.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe we all love pumpkin pie. So I think I would settle for an A.
I
An
think
A for
A.
corn.
I think A is.
I
good.
would ask Henry on this one. Low key.
Oh, Henry.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not going to give the answer you want.
Yeah. All right.
This is Henry on screen. I'll have a little.
Yeah, I'm over here. Anyway, corn, like regular corn, nah, I'm okay.
Yep.
But if it's cream corn
Thank
in
you.
a glass pan,
Yep.
little crust on top,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost there.
S.
S.
There it
tier.
is.
There it
S
is.
class.
All right.
That's
so
S.
corn is S. What a meme.
Thank you, Henry.
Corn is S.
Thank you, Henry.
All right.
Jonas
Corn
is
S tier.
also in the chat. Jonas, what are your thoughts on it? Is,
Well, we don't
is
want to
Nate
exclude
just
everyone.
Is Nate just a freaking? Is Nate just fucked up over here? Or did you
Is
also
he-
have
is-
a
yeah,
problem?
yeah. Is he an outlier of the family?
You might
That's
be on to something. I'm not sure,
In
but my
10
fingers are
seconds, we'll
tingling.
get Jonas's answer.
That's so true.
Wait a minute.
All right.
I feel Jonas, don't let me down. I feel like you
All right.
are
He
a
says
person.
he loves corn.
Jonas,
there
I
you go.
always know.
I feel like you are a
Jonas, I
person who
always know
knows
you,
how
buddy.
to
Ah,
eat
damn
corn.
it.
Let's go. Thank you.
Corn, dude.
Wow.
That's
That's an
all we
S
need.
tier.
S
S
tier
tier.
from the audience.
Easy.
All right.
Corns are S tier.
Okay, so now turkey.
On to
now
turkey. Main
turkey.
dish. We made it past all the
Main
side dishes.
dish.
The staple.
You're perusing your
throwdown.
plate. You
Okay.
finished it all. You said, "There's the turkey."
So here's the
Here
thing.
we go.
Okay.
Dry turkey is the worst thing ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yup.
If you get dry turkey, it is terrible and it can ruin a meal. It
Mhm.
really
It's hard to swallow.
Absolutely.
It's hard. It is
hard to swallow.
absolute. It's a terrible experience. But if you get well prepared
you.
turkey,
Thank you.
that is such an easy ask for me. That is so. I don't need to think about it. So I
Thank you.
think that, depending on how all the votes come out of the end,
Yep.
I think that I'd be willing to swing depending on what everybody's experience is, because it is such a difference in the experience of a meal if it's dry or if it's well prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
because I can eat half the turkey if it's perfect.
Really?
Wow.
I can,
Literally.
I can,
Guys, I would
I think
hate
we
to
also,
see that.
We also need to
Literally.
distinguish dark or white meat.
dark meat. for
Oh yeah,
sure.
you go dark. What? Well,
I like both.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
like
if I had
both.
to choose,
Right.
I'd be
I
dark
go a
meat.
combination. If someone asks
Yeah.
what, I'll say if people are going dark, I'm happy going white. White's great on
Right.
the turkey.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
No, exactly. Like whatever's available, you're gonna go for. But
Right.
if I had first choice and one choice, I'm
Right.
dark meat.
Yeah, S tier. Yeah. Like you're saying about like the foundation of like what's the main core for it, like Nate's is mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Mine's definitely turkey.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
definitely
Same here.
if there was no turkey at Thanksgiving, gosh, that'd be a heartbreak. That'd be a
That would not be
ri-
Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving.
right.
Exactly.
And it's just there's so much left. It's a big freaking bird. You get a lot of leftovers after it.
Yep.
What
Leftovers
if,
great.
what if- I mean, you can maybe get a little excitement. Go outside, you're deep frying that puppy, nice little explosion. Like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Right. I actually love to watch the turkey cooking gone wrong compilations.
Oh yeah.
You seen
Yeah,
those?
yeah. They're
Those are so good. Just the oven's on fire. It's just like the parents are just like freaking out.
I feel like it's probably number one for most kitchen accidents.
Oh, for sure.
Like nothing else. Easter
That or
Sunday,
grease fires.
Yep.
Christmas doesn't. Oh, there it is. Yep. But no, I feel like the turkey gone wrong is a classic of the internet
Right.
during that era.
Yep.
That week.
So S tier, 2 S tiers. Well,
Okay.
Nick, yeah, lean the way.
I feel like you guys are too lenient on your S tiers.
No. You don't understand how
guess I just-
high I hold
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
meal. Like the
Okay.
Thanksgiving meal in itself is my
It is
favorite.
an S tier.
Oh yeah,
Thanksgiving meal in itself.
Thanksgiving
is-
meal
Yeah.
is S
I
tier.
agree with
It's
that,
my favorite
for sure.
holiday, 100%.
Wow.
I don't know about favorite holiday, but
For me, yeah, it
all
definitely
right,
is.
all right, go ahead.
Family matters.
Family matters.
And with that, I'm gonna have to give turkey a C tier.
There it is.
A lot of people don't like that big bird.
Yikes.
Once again, I'm not a fan of Thanksgiving, which does play into my my thoughts here and my opinions, but
Also not a fan of birds.
that is also true. Which you'd think I would enjoy eating my enemy.
Yeah.
But hey,
And breaking its
Wow.
you can learn about it in
Yeah.
episode 2.
But,
Episode 2 dove into that.
Yep, but I don't understand. It's just always bland, no matter what, whether it's dry, whether it's juicy and
Do you
nice
have
and
COVID?
plump.
Have you always had COVID? Loss of taste?
No.
Case number 0.
Yeah, case number -1.
Since 2000 or 1999?
I'm the bat. But no, it's just I just never get I eat it because my mom looks at me weird if I don't grab turkey.
Oh,
You know?
that's the truth. That's the truth. I know that all too well.
Like it's like she's just like
She's
I spent a whole day on this, and I'm like, I know, I hated that. And it's just not a good meat. I'm sorry about it, boys.
It's all right.
But I hear that turkey neck is amazing.
Yeah, it's very.
My friend
very
Patrick
lean.
Schultz, he loves turkey neck, and
It's very
they
juicy.
save the neck for him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
My uncle always gets that.
I never had
so
it.
quick side question.
Yep.
Do you guys have a winning or losing record with the wishbone of the turkey?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that.
Hey,
It's
dubs
usu-
all around.
I think I've done it once, maybe.
I don't. Man, it must be losing. I
Really?
don't know.
Olivia's just ripping that shit out of your hand?
Well, it's not even Olivia half the time. It's usually me and my aunt go at it or something like that. my aunt's
I
a
love
fun
that.
aunt.
I love that
Like-
odd competition. I love that. The,
Like it's like a. I don't know how to explain it. She's definitely very super active.
Mhm.
Definitely, she's that fun. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure. Everyone has that fun relative.
Right. So I definitely have a losing record.
I
think I have a
definitely
winning
think I have a
record.
winning record.
I would also agree.
But I take my time in just spotting that thing down and trying to figure out that thing's structure and just figure out
Really?
which side do I have to go with to get the dub this year.
Wow.
And
So is there a strategy, Teddy?
Yeah. What's
Can you
I mean-
elaborate a little bit? What are you looking for when you're examining this turkey
whichever
neck
side
bone?
is thicker right up near the stem of it,
Yeah.
that's the side you got to go with.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, simple.
for sure, easy and effective.
You're not like analyzing the grain of.
The bone.
The-
yeah, he's just.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Marrow.
if there
He's
is
licking it.
something
Teddy,
like,
why are you licking
abnormal
it?
about one of the sides, then I mean,
Hmm.
that will play into it.
Yep.
But usually there generally aren't that big of abnormalities with the wishbone.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh wait, you didn't say
Yeah,
what?
well,
You,
you're gonna-
Oh, yeah.
you never.
So now back to
Yeah.
the actual conversation.
The big bird.
I'm gonna have to give turkey. I'm leaning between A or B here, and that's just because I have so much of a better experience with it when it's the leftover turkey,
Amen.
making the turkey sandwiches.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, that
And
is-
if I had a
part of it.
worse experience then it'd be like, yeah, it's like the best.
Yeah.
But I have a better experience with the leftover turkey sandwiches. So I
Understandable.
just,
That's part
if
of
it gets better after the meal, then I can't put it at S. If it's not best
Right.
during
If
the
it's
meal.
not
true.
at its peak when it's supposed to be
Right.
there,
Right.
you just can't do it. So what's the
So
final?
I'm gonna. I'll give it A. Benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Hey.
Good move,
I think
good
that'd be a
move.
smart move for you because it's always there for you.
Like everybody said, turkey is it's the staple, Thanksgiving staple, and so you can't take that away from it. However, I'm gonna have to go with an A. It's I do enjoy it, but I am also not I need gravy, or stuffing with it to complement it. It's not a standalone.
But
So-
I think that's still enough.
It is enough. It might be.
Yeah, send it to an S. Because we
Wait,
have
what?
Really?
3 S's and 2 C's. Now 2
3
S's, 2
S's.
No, we only
A's.
have
No,
two
he was
S's.
just comparing the last round.
Oh,
So so 2 S's, 2 A's, and a C.
Right. I think that would
Oh.
technically be higher than 3 S's and 2 C's. I think this is our first S tier.
I would agree.
2 S's, 2 A's, and a C
think the
versus
turkey's
3
also an S
S's
tier.
and 2 C's.
Yeah, I would agree that would be a higher rating.
Yeah, if you're just going
Oh.
by if it's like a point thing,
Right.
like if just by tiers, we'd
Yeah.
be
You're right.
bumped up too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I think this is
So
our
it's not
first
an
S.
average.
Yeah, whatever
No, it
we
is an
go
average.
off it. Yeah.
Oh, it's
but-
not a mean. That's what I'm. It's not a mean.
What's the
Mean and
difference?
average are the same thing, Chief.
Homeschool?
Guys,
Oh,
someone clip it. Someone
what's
please,
the di-
Henry,
what's the
clip
other
it
one?
real quick.
There's
It's
a
medium? Medium?
Or mode?
no
Mode is the most
median
often
median
thing.
Median.
Medium.
Mode is the most
Medium
often
is not
thing in
a-
a data
no.
sheet.
Median
It's
is
median.
one.
know.
That's okay.
Median's when you
Okay,
put them in
so it's a median.
Okay, just
order
Yes.
and then you cross them.
mode.
Wait.
Mode is whatever is most commonly picked in a
Thank
data
you.
set.
Oh,
Median
okay, so
is
it's
the
mode.
very center. So like,
Oh.
Guys, this is
if
coming
you
from a
cross
stats
off
major.
from either end and you get down to the middle, it's the very middle one. That's why it's called the median.
That
And
makes
then
sense.
So
the
it'd be
mean is
C,
the average.
S,
You add them
A,
all up
S.
and you divide by how many you have.
Oh,
There you go.
So that was a long.
so that's a long way of
explanation.
saying it's an S tier.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a long way of saying Nate's average or something like that, but
Yeah, no, Nate's above average for sure. But
Nate, you're probably S tier at this point. I mean, there might be a P tier. I'd say P tier.
P
Yeah, you're
tier.
on the P tier,
yeah,
buddy.
penis tier.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad that was insinuated.
The big P.
And with
Okay,
that, I
just
think we
because
move
of
on
leftover
to.
turkey,
Yeah,
I
wait.
will
Oh,
say it's
yeah,
S
give your
tier.
case.
I will say it's S.
that's enough.
Okay.
All right, so it's S tier. So it's S tier. So it's S tier. And I think that's fitting.
Because
Thanksgiving
it's
turkey.
fitting. It's
Yeah.
fitting. It's
The
like the
fans
Macy
will
Day
agree.
parade. You know what I
Macy
mean?
Day.
Like it's
I
Macy
always
Day.
look forward to the Macy.
I like Macy.
It's fun.
Macy's pretty nice. All right, and moving on to our last food item, the pumpkin pie, the infamous pumpkin pie.
Infamous? No, it's definitely famous.
Famous pumpkin pie.
Yeah, why don't you start us off? Nate?
All right, so I'll start us off. S tier, easy. It's easy. You get some Cool Whip on there.
Has to be homemade.
Big old slice of pumpkin pie, and you're cramming it down. You're about busting at the seams. You're about to throw
That's
up.
one thing I know about Nate.
And
He's
you're
always
about to
busting.
bust.
And Grandma
Always
says
He was this afternoon, ladies
there's
and gentlemen.
pumpkin pie. Guys, are we ready for pumpkin pie? And you're like, you're just barely conscious because
Right.
you're about to fall asleep.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can go.
And then you
Yep.
chow down, and then you have like 3 more, and then
You're like Rocky in Rocky.
yeah, what
One,
was that
2,
movie
or
called?
3.
Yeah, let's see. 6, 7.
Definitely.
I thought he was Creed.
So
he's down.
S-
He's getting beat up.
Yep.
He doesn't win the fight. You can't win the fight against the Thanksgiving dinner. You always lose that
You
fight.
always lose.
But goddamn, was it a fight?
We come close. We really do come close.
Yeah. So S tier.
Okay, solid. I'm gonna. It's not my favorite pie. I will have to say that. Pumpkin flavored stuff is good.
It's God tier.
It's pretty good. I like pumpkin muffins. I like
Thank
pumpkin
you.
bread.
Thank you.
Like that's fine. it's just different for me in a pie form. I can't tell if it's the texture. The taste is a little different. And for that reason, I understand the cultural impact of pumpkin pie. So I will give it an A tier.
Hey, that's good.
I appreciate that.
I'm almost. I do really enjoy pumpkin pie, but I'm very picky with it because it can't. Sometimes you go like people buy it and then they bring out. Oh, we bought it from like Perkins or something. Like no, like like you have to go once you go homemade. Like you can't really go back. Like I will enjoy a pumpkin pie if we bought one from the store here. Yeah, it'd be great, but I wouldn't rank it S tier. But the key thing for me is the crust. The crust has to be S tier. The custard. I don't think you can go wrong with the custard. A lot of people like to serve it cold or hot. I like mine hot, but the pie crust, it just has to be on point. And so sometimes I think like Perkins pies, I think their crust is just kind of like board or something. You know what I mean? Like a little flaky like plaster wall. Betty's Pies has the crust down.
There goes that sponsor. All right.
Well, they were going out of business
but Betty's
anyways.
Pies. Betty's Pies.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't even give me
Yeah, Betty's.
Oh my god.
J-Man, Betty's Pies, please. You know. If you know, you know. But no, I'd give it a... I'd still probably get it an S tier because I will always choose that. I will choose pumpkin pie afterwards. I look forward to it. That cup of coffee afterwards. You got to have that homemade whipped cream or Cool Whip. One of the two. They all both slap. But it has to be hot enough for it to melt a little bit. And it has to be big slice. Can't be small slices. I just don't want to taste. I want to indulge.
Hot pumpkin pie, really?
Yeah, I like it a little. It's not crazy hot, but it's warm enough to melt.
Okay.
Cold is kind of... I don't know. It's good cold. Don't get me wrong.
I think actually, I think we do
Do you like,
like
it?
warm. Anyway.
That's hot.
Yep.
I like them hot.
So S tier from John.
Amen.
I think I'm gonna have to give it an A tier,
Okay, respectable.
and that's mainly because of I understand its importance. Like
That is a mature thing to say.
if you're having a dessert at Thanksgiving, it's gonna be pumpkin pie. Like if you're not having pumpkin pie, then you're doing something wrong. But as I'm looking at the list, I like the turkey more, I like the corn more, and I like the mashed potatoes more.
Oh, I
and
see
I don't
you.
think there can be four things that I personally
Give an
rate
S to?
tier.
Teddy, that brings a great point, and I will bring mine down because of that. I do not hold it to the same as corn and stuffing, so I
So
will
we're down
give
to
it.
A's.
I would, yeah. Well, yeah. And
You're
the
even
gist
going
of
lower?
everything,
I understand.
I'd
its
give it a B.
importance.
I would give it a B then.
Wow.
Wow, you really knocked it down there. Teddy
That
Burrow.
made sense. That made sense.
But I agree with John's point of the importance of crust.
Mm-hmm.
That can make or break a pie across the
Absolutely.
board, no matter what the pie is. But
Right.
I agree that there is a balance where the crust shouldn't just be this. You know, it's the top of the sandwich. You don't think about it. You think about the inside. Like no. With the pie, the crust is part of it. You
100%.
need to enjoy that. You need to, it needs to work well.
yeah.
with
It's
the
like the
flavor.
bun of the burger.
Yeah,
You want a warm buttered bun.
Right, that's more important.
We don't want a freaking
Right.
Sara Lee.
Brioche,
Yep.
pretzel bun, butter. Oh my God, look out! No, I completely agree because, you know, the last probably 5 slices I've had have been from Perkins, and you're like, it's fine, but
It's
it
good,
is.
yeah.
It crumbles away.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm focusing on the filling then.
Yep.
But when you get a good pumpkin pie, and you get that crust and it works, that's an easy S tier for me.
The best
That's
part,
An easy S tier
oh,
for me.
100%. The best part is that they make extra crust. Our mom does all the time, and so then lay it on a sheet. You break it up into the like little I don't know, strips or whatnot, and you just bake that because you got extra stuff, and then you put cinnamon sugar over it, and we call it crust. And that stuff is
Call it crust.
Sounds amazing.
yeah, it's just all we do is call it
Genius.
crust, but it is so. I mean, that might be S.
Guys, I'm
That's-
actually
that's
hungry
great.
right now.
I am like
I
salivating.
am so hungry after
Hey,
all this
we
talk.
are grateful for the McDonald's as a sponsor because
So true. We're
we
going
all
there
got
right
Travis
after
Scott
this.
burgers
Yes.
over
Go
there.
get your LooneyBin meal at every McDonald's.
It's
McDonald's near you.
4 packets of fries,
And one drip of ketchup.
1 drip of ketchup, and a ice
Slab of lettuce.
cold
Beer.
an ice cold beer.
Come on.
and it's
Come on.
actually a burger with no bun or cheese. It's just patty and pickles.
Patty, pickle, 4 fries, dab of
Ketchup, and a
cold
beer.
Is that
Served by Joe Mauer. It's a Budweiser beer.
Yep. So go to your local
Store.
McDonald's that's
And ask for the
Transfer.
Looney meal.
I mean,
Looney meal.
yeah.
Hey,
In Germany, you could do it in Germany.
Yep, absolutely.
Get your beer there.
Yep.
Well, what did Singapore have? A great McDonald's. What was their meal that we got there that was different? Spicy chicken? No. We got some peach. There's some peach drink that we got there that was weird.
It was like a Coke orange freeze or something like that. That was pretty
peach
good.
one.
They also had spicy nuggets there and
Yeah.
spicy fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were nuts.
Their burgers taste different too. 100%.
Yeah, it tastes a little more. The
Better.
nuggets tasted a little more fishy. I don't know what it was about it.
So like calf.
I was gonna say
Hor-
dog, but
Yeah, more dog.
More.
Too much
Too
dog.
much dog. There it is. There it is.
dog.
I forgot to record.
yes.
What did we end up putting pumpkin pie at?
I
Are we not done with it yet?
believe.
No, we're done.
that's
I think it was
an A.
Hey,
I think that's
Hey.
a-
yeah, that rounded us out.
I think yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, John gave it a B.
What?
Nick, I don't
S.
think you gave it
No,
your rating.
John gave it an S. I thought.
No,
He
I-
bumped it down.
I had to bump it
Oh
because
my.
Teddy was
No.
such a
You
So
were
what
right,
you
if I
had?
couldn't. If
You
I was
had a B?
comparing it to the
You
other
had an
S's
A?
that I gave, which was
So you had
stuffing
an
and
A,
corn, it just
B.
it's not.
What'd you have? You had an S.
S. Yep, easy S.
And I had A. So I think it's an A tier.
Yeah, I'll just say A to make it A. 'cause
As
I
y'all
agree with
gotta
that.
have
I agree with that.
Marguerite's pumpkin pie.
There it is.
Guys, do you know Emily's mom or grandmother is also named Marguerite?
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
a very
Did you
funny
know my
coincidence.
mom's name is actually Emily? So that's weird. That
Wait a damn minute.
You mean your Emily or my Emily? Which one are you talking about here?
Mom Emily? I think he's talking about his mom Emily.
I mean, Emily and I are pretty close. Emily Hobbin?
my Emily?
I mean, we talk often. Do you know I have her
Your Emily.
Snapchat?
Are we talking?
Oh my
I'm talking about
goodness.
your
All
mother,
right.
Emily.
All right.
You
All
have
right,
my
so I'll
mom's
break.
Snapchat?
I'll break.
All
I'll
right.
break the news later. I'll
Let's
break the news
just
later.
give a little
All right.
recap, Teddy. Here, give us our tier
Henry
list.
just is glad that he's off the chopping block.
Give us our
And
tier
that
list,
one
Teddy.
hits home for J-Man out there. Hey.
Here
Hey,
it
but
is.
we all got life
before
right.
before we officially call this final, I'm just gonna read off what we have in a random order, and then if we're missing out on something that we feel should be ranked, then we can come back to it. So we have cranberry sauce, stuffing, pumpkin pie, sweet potatoes, turkey, mashed potatoes, corn, and gravy.
Yeah, that sounds like a great Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, well, coming in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Start from the
6,
bottom.
7, 8. Coming
No,
in
right
at
here.
8th place.
Yep.
Ranked at a C tier. We have gravy.
As it should.
Yep.
As
I think
it
that's
should.
appropriate. Yep.
In B tier, we have both cranberry sauce and the sweet potatoes.
Yep.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
A tier, we have mashed potatoes, stuffing, and pumpkin pie.
Okay.
And at S tier, we have corn and turkey.
That's crazy to
Corn,
me.
baby.
It's still crazy
Corn,
that corn
baby.
is S tier.
It has to be, dude.
Not mashed potatoes, but corn.
Hey, we'll be back next year.
Yep. We'll be back.
Every year.
Guys, I'll make sure. I'll make sure to send you videos of that corn. That corn just
The great smackdown
Yeah.
of
The
Thanksgiving.
great corn smackdown.
so good.
Wow, that
But
filled
oh,
up our
but-
entire.
But
sorry,
here's
sorry.
the other thing,
Oh,
before
final comments.
because I know we need an extra minute.
I have an extra minute of
Yeah.
We
content.
need an extra minute because I know we started and recording before
Right.
we were streaming.
Right.
Although oh wait, no, the rest of the footage is gone. But what I just wanted to say though.
Story of my life.
Yeah, rip that first take. I just wanted to say though, it's crazy that our lowest was only a C tier. Like generally, even though Preston was the only one vocal about it being like not his favorite meal, of the year, so to
Right.
speak. We generally are like, yeah, we enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Like it's a great meal, great food, and when it's
Oh, yeah.
prepared by your family, you can really enjoy it, which I think it's great. That we didn't like cranberry sauce, F, like there's none of that.
No doubt.
Right. So
Yeah, no, it's just a great time to just. It's better than most meals.
I agree.
would hope so.
Thanksgiving better than most meals.
There it is.
Yeah. Don't do me like
On
that.
a
eh?
t-shirt. There it is.
Yeah, and do we want to? I have a little extra tidbit, which is very not even Thanksgiving related, but I found this funny article. If we want to get into it,
I think we'll have to do that later because
Okay. we can do.
we're at about.
Makes sense. Well, I was
1
going
hour.
to
I think it'd just be good to just cap
Oh,
it.
yeah,
at
yeah.
that.
that-
tier list is just
Yep.
a good place.
No, I agree.
Good
I
cap.
shouldn't even brought it up. I look like a dumbass now.
Nope, that's all right. You do.
Who let
That's
this
all right.
guy? eh?
We'll send it over to Nick for the outro.
If any of you out there are heading home for Thanksgiving, be safe, stay safe, eat a lot,
Amen.
And remember,
And tell us about it.
Tell your
Yes,
mother.
please.
Let them know corn is S tier. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Happy Thanksgiving.
it's just another meal.
Just another meal.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Thanksgiving.